I stayed in Paris for 46 days to study French, so here's exactly what school I went to, how I found an apartment, and how I was able to afford it. So I studied at LSI. They have language schools all around the world. I took the General 20 course, and I believe it was $336 a week based off of the email that they sent me. In total, I think it cost me $1,600, and I did a lot of research on this before I chose LSI, and that price is pretty typical for a language program. I did find some cheaper and free courses, but they were typically only once a week for like an hour. So the General 20 course has 16 and a half hours a week, so I had classes Monday through Fridays from 9 a.m. till 12:40 p.m. So I actually found my apartment through Airbnb. I think it's pretty easy to find short-term stays on Airbnb. However, they will be a little bit more expensive. I stayed alone, which naturally makes the price a little bit higher. I also specifically wanted to be in a neighborhood that I was familiar with, that I knew was safe, that I was comfortable in, especially because I was going there not knowing a single soul, and that was a little bit scary to me. However, if I could go back, I would definitely not pick such a pricey neighborhood. The school does offer accommodation. However, they were a little too expensive for my budget. Actually, a lot of them were more expensive than what I paid for a place that low-key wasn't cute. They also do offer homestays, which is basically where you can live with a French host family. I don't know how much that costs, but I did meet a girl who did it, and she didn't love her experience. She did tell me that she improved her French a lot. They have this like pamphlet brochure sort of thing with the student apartments. If you want, I can send it to you. Low-key, they're not paying me for this, by the way, guys. Like, I just liked going to that school. I did reach out and was like, hey, do you want an apartment with me? They didn't want to, but I really enjoyed my time there. So on to how I was able to afford this. I have a job, so that's how I was able to afford it. Also, I was planning this a year prior, so I was saving up money. But as for what kind of job I have, I work as a full-time UGC creator. So I basically create content for brands to do paid ads, organic social, and I don't have to post any of it on my social media. I've been doing this full-time since I was 20, and I started doing it when I was studying abroad in Italy a few years ago. And when I was in Paris, I was working with high-paying tech clients, and I also had a few retainer clients from months before, and also a few brands did send product to Paris. I honestly don't think people realize how much money you can make with user-generated content. A lot of people see stuff like this online and they're like, oh my god, like that is not real. I'm just a normal girl, and I just kind of grinded and started this a few years ago, and this job has allowed me to do so many things that my younger self would never imagine. I'm just so grateful that I was able to start something like this and keep going with it and not give up on myself despite people's comments. It's just crazy that I was able to build the life that I have now. That being said, although it is absolutely possible to do this, it's a lot easier said than done. If you want more on that topic, I can definitely make a separate video on it. Anyways, yeah, if you guys have any other questions or comments, you can DM me or comment below and I will get back to you.